Okay boys, AFC Adino here, and I got a game against Guzlendoli. That Espion is definitely annoying because with that Espion around, my Skarmory basically does nothing in this whole game. He also has a Zapdos, but I'm gonna lead up with Gengar in case he does lead up with his Mew or his Espion or his Clefable. Basically, checking 3 Pokemon. As he leads up with Dragonite, I am going hard Clefable here. I like maybe he's crazy and goes for Earthquake. And I can definitely not knock him out if he's multi-skill. By going Clefable, I might be able to get up my rocks. Actually makes a double into his Snorlax. Definitely scary. I think I'm going to use this opportunity to activate the Poison Heal on my Gliscor. Because my Gliscor, if it has the Poison Heal, it checks Clefable, it checks Mew. He's actually Belly Drum and he activates Fidgy Berry. Oh, this is really scary. I'm going hard Gengar here. I think he's going for the normal type attack. I'm pretty sure he doesn't want me to be toxic, protect, subs or something. And he does go for return, and unfortunately I have to lose my Gengar here. But because I think that's the only way I knock out the Snorlax. I go for Destiny Bond as he actually reveals Crunch. Yeah, he knocks out my Gengar, but I'll take him with me. And now my Gliscor is definitely going to be important in dealing with the Mew, Espion, and the Clefable, and even the Zapdos. Let's see. Beating Clefable. Gliscor is safer. Gliscor has a pretty good matchup against this team, so I'm gonna lead Gliscor as he does go with Mew here. He will most likely taunt me, but in case he's Defog or something, I'm trying to Swords Dance. As he does go for the taunt, so that's unfortunate. And just clicking Facade as he actually goes for Bulk Up. Taunt Bulk Up, that's really interesting. But because he's Bulk Up, I think my best chance is to burn it with Slowbro. I can also phase him out with Skarmory, but he has Taunt. I cannot Roar. Goes for Bulk Up again. Like if he has Roost, then his only other attack is most likely going to be Zenith, but then he can only run one attack. He goes for Taunt. I go for Scald. That was a nice 22% damage. I'll just Scald until I burn him. And if he doesn't have Roost, I basically chip him down. And I have a Goldberg Berry in case he does have knockoff. But yeah, he switches into his Clefable now. 27%, which is not bad. And this is a Magic Guard Clefable, that's also shiny. But I'll go hard Gliscor here. Because he's Magic Guard, my Gliscor can Swords Dance on this. And I'm Spadef, so even a +1 Moonblast isn't that big of a deal for me, I think. For Moonblast, and he gets a crit. That is really annoying. But the next one shouldn't knock me out. So let's try. Let's try to Swords Dance here. Doesn't knock me out, I'll just Roost afterwards. Actually switches out into his Zapdos. So does this Zapdos have Hidden Power Ice? I have to scout for it. I cannot lose Gliscor since he's so important. I think I'll go Clefable here. There's no way he's clicking Discharge on this turn. Because I'm at +2. Yeah, he does click HP Ice. I think I'm going for Calm Mind here. Like, I really want to get up rocks, but he might not know that my Clefable is stealth rocks, and I don't want him to magic bounce my stealth rocks with his Espeon. So I think if I go for Calm Mind here, then if he does go Espeon, get a good turn. If he stays in, I still get a good turn. Goes Clefable. So I hope that I win the speed die, because if I win the speed die, I get some extra damage off it because I'm +1. But he goes first, so I don't get the +1 damage off. I do get the special attack drop, which is nice, because now I go high Gliscor again. As he goes for Calm Mind again. And I'm pretty confident to go for the Swords Dance here, because I did get the special attack drop from Moonblast now, 44%. And I can Roost here and be at full HP if he does decide to bring in Zapdos. He goes for Moonblast again and he crits me, unfortunately. Because of that crit, I have to Roost again. Otherwise, I would have been able to 2-hit KO him with a +2 Facade. But now I can't, because he gets the leftovers, extra leftovers recovery turn. However, I will go for the Swords Dance here. Goes for Moonblast here. And I click Soul Boil. Roost. Soul Boil. Because I'm watching of the angle of Clefable. He switches out into his Zapdos now. And yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'll survive Hidden Power Ice, but I don't knock him out with +4 Facade. But still, he has to go for Hidden Power Ice, because I am at +2. I can quite confidently switch into my Clefable, I think. Then I can get up my rocks. I don't think he switches in his Espeon. So he does go for the HP Ice there. And I'll get up my rocks here. I don't think he brings in his Espeon, because if I Calm Mind on his Espeon switch, he might be in a rough position. So probably Clefable coming in again. Yeah. And now I get 3 rocks. And now if I do get to +4, I will knock out the Zapdos, I'm pretty sure. After Stealth Rocks damage. I go hard Gliscor here. Let's go for the Calm Mind, but I'm at full HP. And I can basically go for Swords Dance. Let's go for Calm Mind. So he's at +2 now. I'll go for another one. As he goes for another Calm Mind, but he cannot 2-hit KO me because I'm faster. And I will 2-hit KO because I am at +4 now. So he goes for Moonblast, 68. It's a lot, but it's fine. Now click Facade again, and I guarantee a kill here. Because if he switches into Zapdos, he'll die after rocks. Dragonite dies after rocks, I'm pretty sure. Mew will die. And otherwise Mew cannot really touch me. Espeon obviously dies, so he decides to stay in with Clefable. I knock out the Clefable, so that's really good for me. Zapdos can still be a threat, because he has Hidden Power Ice. Maybe the Zapdos doesn't even have Defog. And maybe he's relying on his Magic Bound from the Espeon to prevent rocks. Here he goes Espeon now, but I am a Spit Def Gliscor. So I think I can live deck. So I'm gonna go for Roost. Goes for Psychic here, 44%. And yeah, I basically heal it out back. So I am gonna go for the Roost again. As he goes for Reflect. But Reflect, I'm at +4. Espeon's defense is non-existent. He goes for Calm Mind here, but I'm pretty sure I'll knock it out. Yeah. Espeon goes down. He does have to Reflect up though. So that means I cannot kill the Zapdos. So in that sense, the Reflect was a pretty good play. But I think it was greedy to go for the Calm Mind there because I was at +4. So he should have just gone hard into Zapdos, I think. Yeah, now Zapdos is out and I'll knock it out. I'm gonna go Skarmory here. Don't think I need Skarmory to win because his Mew has stunned anyway. So he goes for Discharge while I had my Gliscor in. So really ballsy play. Works out for him. But I guess he has to make these kind of plays. I can just sack my Skarmory here. I kind of have to wait till his Reflect runs out, I think. Yeah, he knocks out my Skarmory. And how do we play this though? I'll go Dragonite. Oh wait, he still has to Reflect up. I cannot knock this out. How many turns? The next turn it will run out. I'll go Clefable here. Hopefully he goes for HP Ice. He does go for HP Ice. And after this turn, Reflect will be over. So I'm going for the Calm Mind here. Yeah, it can be annoying if he paralyzes me with his Zapdos, but I still have Slowbro with Ice Beam in the back. Or his Dragonite. Stealth Rocks are up. I can definitely use that. He goes into his Mew. I'm at +1, so I'll try to beat it down. He goes for a Taunt. Do a nice 40% of damage. And he has to Roost here. Otherwise he dies to my Moonblast. So I'll just keep Moonblasting. This was Bulk Up, Roost and Taunt. So he can only have one attack. And I think his attack has to be stabbed if you're in a set like that. And he goes for Bulk Up here. 39. Okay, stunt were off, so it's a 50-50 now. I'll make the Calm Mind play. If he does go for Taunt, I will go hard Slowbro, but he makes the Roost play, which means now I will be able to 2-hit KO his Mew. I'm clicking Moonblast. As he goes for another Bulk Up. And now I just click Moonblast. Actually goes for Taunt, so I knock this thing out. And I still am at +2. So this Dragonite is definitely threatened. And I guess he has to go Zapdos and go for the Paralysis. That's his only chance. Yeah, I'll go for Moonblast. For Discharge, he does get the Paralysis off, and ooh, that's rough. That's rough. That can be rough. Clicking Moonblast again. Takes Discharge again, and now his Dragonite out. I am going to go hard into my Slowbro, because he might try to Dragon Dance up here. If he does get up a few Dragon Dances on my para Hexes, then might be rough. But he actually goes for Roost. This is Weakness Policy. Roost and Weakness Policy can be really annoying together. I think I'll just go for Side Shock to break the multi-skill as he goes for Dragon Dance. As he shows Leftover, so he doesn't have Weakness Policy. This can still be rough. Click Ice Beam here. Goes for Dragon Dance. 84%. Might try to Roost again. I think I need to get a burn off. I'll go for Scald. If he Roosts, he's still in Ice Beam range. He actually goes for Outrage, and I will definitely knock him out there. The Dragonite goes down. And that is the game. So GG goes Landoli. Yo, what is up guys? My name is AFC Adino and I got a game against Korea from Flare Blitz. Raikou definitely a threat to my team. Definitely gotta find a way to deal with that. But I'm gonna lead up with Gengar. Gengar kind of beats the Mew lead if he does go for it. He does lead up with Mew, and I'm just clicking Shadow Ball. Not gonna bother predicting. Even the Scissor will take a lot from it. Most likely go Snorlax or Gudra. Yeah. And let's see how much the Shadow Ball does. 21%. I think it's AV. Has to be AV. And I am going hard Skarmory here. Skarmory. This is especially defensive Skarmory, and because he is assault fast, I think I am able to wall this a bit. He does go for Dragon Pulse, and I'm gonna try to set up one layer of Spike. I think that Spike can really help me out with the Raikou. As he goes for T-Bolt, it doesn't do enough. So I can roast here, and I recover more health than his damage to me. So if I get enough recovery, I can go for Toxic, and then I can basically poison stall this Gudra. He tries to beat me down, maybe hoping for a crit or for a burn or paralyze, but it's not happening now. And I'm gonna go for one more roost here. And even if he gets a even if he hexes me, it's whatever. I think this is still my best way of trying. I'm going for Toxic. So we know he has Dragon Pulse, Thunderbolt, and Flamethrower. So Ice Beam is definitely not. It's definitely a possibility as well. Otherwise, I would have gone Gliscor. But yeah, now that I have this poisoned, I can just keep doing this. And then next time I get at a lot of HP, I'll go for Spikes. But he can definitely not keep this up because of the poison. He's on a timer. And he does make the switch here into Scizor. I'll get myself back to full HP. And we do see leftovers, so this might be Defog. But I have more spikes than he has Defog, so every time he defogs, I'll just set up a spike. Because he does go for the U-turn here, so he basically gained nothing from this turn. Because I still got my spike up. And I can definitely see him U-turning into Raikou because he gets the free switch. I don't think he gains much from going into Mew. He actually goes into Mew. Well, because I didn't activate the Poison Orb on my Gliscor, going Mew there is actually not too bad for him. But I'm just gonna go into my Slowbro. Because I can use Clefable to deal with the Dragonite. I basically cannot allow him to burn or to knock off my Gliscor. So I'm just gonna Scald there. Not sure what he will do. He goes for Nasty Blood. Damn. That can be scary. I do get the burn, luckily. And I think I have to stay in. I have to stay in. I do have a Gengar in the back, so I guess I can let my Slowbro die on this. And then revenge kill him with Gengar or even with Dragonite. Since he didn't get up rocks. Just for Psychic. Oh, he has Stunned and Nasty Blood, so yeah, he has Stunned and Nasty Blood. So I don't think he has Roast, because otherwise this thing gets walled by things like Chansey and stuff. Goes for Psychic again. He doesn't knock me out, and I knock out the Mew. I trade my Slowbro for his Mew, which is not bad. Definitely good for me. And how do I play this? Critical Gliscor. So afraid of the Raikou. I'll lead Clefable. Yeah, he does go Raikou. Because if that thing Calm Minds up on me, that might be really bad. I'm clicking Moonblast here. Just to weaken it down. He actually goes for Reflect. What? Oh. Okay. And Light Screen, so this is most likely Light Clay. This is really a bad Raikou set, guys. If you want to run this set, do it on Zapdos. He at least has recovery. I just spam Calm Mind. I get up. Goes for Volt Switch, but I get basically +2, which kind of negates the Reflect, I think. But he goes into his Snorlax here. And I'm just clicking Moonblast. I still have Skarmory in the back if he curses up. He's actually Belly Drum. Oh shit. Okay, how are we going to play this? I think I have to take this down with my Gengar. Even though I think Skarmory lives Return or Frustration, but it's not a physically defensive Skarmory, so he might be able to hit KO with +6. I'll say Gliscor first in case he does go for Earthquake. He actually uses Recycle. At this point it doesn't really matter if I attack him or not. I just have to sack this so that I can take him down with my Gengar. Goes for Return here. Knocks out my Gliscor. And now I go for Destiny Bond. So this Snorlax did put in quite some work against my team because he's Belly Drum. Just the Belly Drum set is so scary. Especially if you can get it back to full HP. Yeah, the Reflect is finally gone. The Light Screen will end next turn. And yeah, I'm not afraid of this Raikou because it's using a dual screen set, so he's gonna lose to my Clefable. But I'm going into Dragonite in case he goes into his Scizor. But no, he goes into his own Dragonite. So I basically broke his multi-skill, which is really nice, and now I can go into Clefable. So I expected him to defog first, but this works out for me as he goes for Outrage. So that's good for me. And now the Light Screen also wore off. And because he went for the Light Screen, I can... because his Light Screens are gone, I'm just clicking Moonblast and 2-hit KO this guy. So he will be able to get off an Earthquake here, but that's fine. Because we knock out the Dragonite, and his Raikou cannot beat Clefable, especially... Oh, he cannot even paralyze me because he's Volt Switch and Toxic. The only way he can win, I think, is if he goes in... Wait, his Scizor is defog, so I don't think he has Roost. Otherwise, I don't think he has Swords Dance, I mean. So he goes back into Raikou, probably trying to set up some screens again. Oh, am I going to play this? I'm gonna heal up. He does go for the Light Screen. My hazards are still up, so that's completely fine. I'll just go for the Calm Mind here. As he goes for Reflect, that's fine. And just go for another one. As he goes for Volt Switch. Because it's most likely a defensive Scizor, so he cannot 2-hit KO my Clefable. We'll do about 30 to 45% somewhere. I still have leftovers, so the Scizor cannot beat me down, I think. But he actually has Swords Dance on this thing, so he has Swords Dance, Defog, U-turn, and most likely Bullet Punch. Like, you don't run Scizor without Bullet Punch, so... Anyway, I'm going into Skarmory. I can just roar this out. He goes for another Swords Dance. Really fine. Should still not be able to it KO Skarmory from here. I can just phase him out. Let's go for Bullet Punch. 38. And I basically phase him back into his Raikou. And if he switches out now, he will die to Stealth Rocks or Spike. Yeah, I am going into my Clefable again. The next time he goes into Scissor, I just go hard Skarmory. Does make the Volt Switch play. Actually, if he goes Scissor, I'll go hard into my D-Knight. I think that's better. Because his Raikou will die if he switches it in, and his Goodrat's poisoned, and Goodrat's defense is not that great, and I'm banded, so I will still do a lot of damage. So I can go hard into D-Knight. As he actually makes the D-Fuck play here. Doesn't matter too much. Now I get the Fire Punch off. He does have the Reflect up, but I am Choice Banded. This is 4 times effective. I think it should die. Let's go for Bullet Punch. Does nothing with the Multiscale, and he indeed dies. The Reflect wore off now. And now I can clean up his team with spamming Extreme Speed as well. But my Clefable is gonna win anyway. So the Snorlax definitely made it interesting. But I feel like I was in control whole game. The Goodrat comes in now. And let's see. I'll just go Clefable here. He goes for Ice Beam. Because I'm gonna Extreme Speed sweep anyway. I'll just go Skarmory in case he has Sludge Wave or Sludge Bomb. Doesn't really matter. Actually goes for Thunderbolt, but that's completely fine. He crits me. Doesn't kill me, however. Skarmory Beasting. And I'll just try to roost there. It doesn't really matter because now he's definitely in Extreme Speed range. And I'm gonna clean up this game with my Dragonite. So, definitely an interesting game right here. One took really long though. 40 turns. He's gooey. What? Damn. It was gooey. Yeah, Raikou will also die, and even if he lived it somehow, the only attack is Volt Switch. So Raikou goes down, and that is indeed GG.